Hello all, Dominic Trophy, and welcome to another video. And this one is going to be something Doctor Who related, so it is. Before I start, you might be wondering what's going on, why am I uploading on Friday? Well, it turned out that Alex actually got in contact with me this morning, so he did. Basically telling me that, do you mind if we do the schedule change, so you upload on Friday and I upload on Saturday instead? Reason being was because of the fact that his uncle is actually flying over for a bit of a family visit, because it's been a while since he's actually seen his uncle. Obviously, he's been in France for a long time, so he has. So, because of that, obviously, he's actually meeting up, they're having some sort of family visit today. And he said, do you mind if I upload on Saturday instead? I said, yeah, that's fine. So, anyway, this is something Doctor related, so it is. But it's actually going to be a different topic that I was actually going to be doing. This one is actually going to be about me talking about the recent rumour that's actually come out related to Doctor Who. And what this rumour is about is that it's rumoured that Doctor Who will not be airing in 2019, next year. That will be a sort of gap year again. And the reason why it's actually been stated, from what I've heard, is that filming is actually being pushed back 3 months. Due to an unknown circumstance. Basically, there's no actual reason, again, if this is rumoured, and if this is true, I mean, if this is a real thing, there's no actual reason behind that. So, my thoughts about this is that, overall, I hope that this doesn't happen. I really, really don't, or I really hope it doesn't happen. Because the fact that, one thing is that we've recently got a new Doctor. Obviously, we've had Jodie Whittaker since, technically the end of the 2017 Christmas special. But so far, Series 11 has only aired 3 episodes so far. Pardon me. And overall, for me, quick thought about it, it's been absolutely amazing. It really, really has. And I think it would actually damage it, especially when we actually have a new Doctor. I understand, obviously, this happened before, during 2016 with Peter Capaldi. But at that point, he'd been in the role for quite some years, you know what I mean? Obviously, he debuted at the end of the 2013 Christmas special. Obviously, he had Series 8 in 2014, and he had Series 9 in 2015. And then, obviously, in 2016, we had no series, but we only had the Christmas special. We had 1 episode that year, which was the Christmas special, which slightly hurt, I think, because of the fact that it made it worse for, I think, fans of the programme, because I think we were looking forward to, more Doctor Who and stuff, but, there was nothing that we could do about it, and basically we had to wait until the end of that year to get the Christmas special, so we did. If it happens again, will it make the programme bad? It won't make the programme bad, but it will sort of hurt the programme, I think, the franchise, but also the fans of it as well. Because I think it hurts fans, when they're looking forward to something. But when this happens, it makes them, it makes them sort of lose interest. It really, really does. And imagine, like, with new fans. Imagine if you are a new fan and you started watching if you started watching Doctor Who 3 weeks ago, and you hear this news, and it ends up becoming a reality, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel like we're like 4 episodes in, I'm saying if this actually becomes a reality, whatever, in a couple of weeks. Like the program, this series is in like 4 or 5, weeks in, and this rumour in the future becomes real. It's like, what the heck? You know what I mean? It's going to annoy you, because again, you've just recently watched this and started watching it. But overall, it is going to hurt the show. You know what I mean? Now, if this does happen, again, what will they do? Will they do what happened in 2016, where there was only 1 episode at the end of in Christmas? For the Christmas special. Will they do a couple of specials like what happened in 2009, or will they do something a little bit different? You know what I mean? Will we get maybe 1 episode in spring? Will we get 1 in Christmas? Christmas, I don't know. You know what I mean? Just little things that make me think that and stuff. But it sort of worries me. It really, really does. Because the fact that, like I said, when it hurts the show, it sort of makes you wonder what the heck is happening. It really, really does. And I don't want this to happen again. I don't want Doctor Who to get cancelled. I'm not saying it's going to get cancelled. There's been a lot of questions about that, over the past couple of years. But actually, one thing that's actually quite interesting that I heard a couple of years ago was that at one point they were actually planning to cancel Doctor Who again in 2009. Basically, the way it was that the reason being was that after David Tennant left, basically the BBC believed that Doctor Who couldn't get better after that. So they were actually planning to cancel it. Obviously that didn't happen, but imagine if that actually happened. You know what I mean? If that happened, and we could be coming up to the 10th year next year after Doctor Who got cancelled. I'm saying that as a what if thing, but you know what I mean? And there's always been that sort of thing where people want, Doctor Who to get cancelled and stuff. And I know a lot of things have changed since the 1980s and stuff. The thing was back then was the BBC made a lot of mistakes with Doctor Who, especially during Colin Baker's era, where he got a lot of blame. Basically, the BBC and even Michael Grade put all the blame on Colin Baker for Doctor Who going downhill. And the problem, from what I heard, again, obviously I didn't exist during that time, was that, some of the storylines weren't good, and there wasn't a lot of choice put in, so there wasn't by Colin Baker, that he wasn't able to make his own choice. He was forced to do everything that they wanted him to do. And obviously there was a lot of stuff, back of the scene that obviously you didn't ever hear about and stuff. And obviously during Colin Baker's era, they messed him so much, you know what I mean? And, blame, due to Michael Grade, he really hated that show. And the thing is, even though the programme got cancelled in 1989, it almost got cancelled in 1985. You know what I mean? That's the thing about it. I know the ratings are sort of going bad, but ratings are, the thing is, the ratings have been amazing after 10 years. So why the heck would they not air a series in 2019? That'd be an absolute stupid thing. The ratings are really, really good. We have a new Doctor. You know what I mean? What would be the point of that? You know what I mean? And that's one thing you've got to understand. As I said before, 2016 was a strange year. I think on some level, and I know a lot of Doctor Who fans might hate me for this, I quite like the break. I think on that level, it needed the break. It really, really did. Because obviously they were getting ready, to make, obviously, other things and, all sorts and stuff. I think on some level it was a nice break because I think it went from... I think on some level it needed that little bit of change, and it got that change in 2017, so it did. But if this happens, will I be mad about it? On a bit, I really, really would. You know what I mean? Especially when you've got a new Doctor. You know what I mean? It's that sort of, what would be the point? You know what I mean? If this happens, I don't know, because I can't tell the future, you know what I mean? I'm not a bloody time traveller. Even though I know my past selves keep bloody contacting me, you know what I mean? But that's how it goes. But, you know what I mean? I really don't know. I know we've had long periods of wait, to wait for the new series and stuff. I know we did, from the 2017 Christmas special to Series 11, that was 10 months. So it was, around that time. But, I don't know, you know what I mean? I really hope it doesn't happen, you know what I mean? I hope that they don't make this happen like what happened years ago and stuff. Because I know Doctor Who's changed a lot within these past 30 years, you know what I mean? But I think if it ever did get cancelled, it would hurt a lot of people. And I think not only would it hurt the older generation, but it would also hurt the younger generation like myself. Because it would sort of be like what happened during the Wilderness years, when Doctor Who got cancelled and there were many attempts to bring it back and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? I hope that we don't get that again. Where it gets cancelled for a couple of years, they make a film, it doesn't work, and then they've got to make, you know what I mean? It would be absolutely stupid. It really, really would be a bad thing to do. But, yeah, just me blabbling around, so it's just as, as usual, so it is. But I really hope that we get Series 12 next year. I really, really hope so. Because it would be a bad moment, especially if, like I said, we get to the end of Series 11, before the Christmas special, or even after the Christmas special, and the ratings are good, and it turns out there's no series next year. That would be an absolute kick in the face. It's not like the ratings have been so good, and you know what I mean. That's how it goes. I know they've got to fit in, production and filming and all that sort of stuff. Because it filmed, I think it was January or February this year. That was around the time they did it. I know that Series 8, they started filming in January 2014, and again, that was the same year it started. And that aired in August 2014, so it did. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Could it be another split series like what happened with Series 7, where we got, I think we got 6 episodes in 2012, September 2012, episodes 1 through 5, and then we had the Christmas special, and then we had the rest of Series 7 in March to April 2013. Will they do that again? I know that wasn't the BBC's fault. That was the Olympics were on that year, so obviously. Because I remember getting annoyed. I thought, why aren't you airing Doctor Who a lot earlier? Air it earlier. It turned out the Olympics was on, so you know what I mean. Could that happen again? You know what I mean? I don't know. I really, really don't know and stuff. But I really hope that I really hope this rumour is absolutely false. I really hope it's not true. Because it would annoy me. It really, really... We're not like, oh, you know what I mean? But it would annoy me because I'm like, I love this show so much. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people love the programme as well. And I remember it's like 2009. That hurt me so much because I'm like wondering when is the new episode on? I remember looking through the television magazines, and I was wondering when the heck the new episode was on. And that was a strange year. It really, really was. You know what I mean? Even if they did that, even if they aired a couple of episodes, like a couple of specials, you know what I mean? Even if they made a 5-episode series and we had the Christmas special, that, you know what I mean? I don't know, just weird ideas come in my head and stuff. But overall, I hope that this does not happen. You know what I mean? But if it does happen, there's nothing we can do about that. And you know what I mean? If it's not true, I'll be quite happy about that. I really, really will. Because, like I said, we had no series in 2016, and you know what I mean? We should technically be on Series 12. You know what I mean? Even if you go back to 2009, you add an extra series there. 2012, 2013, you add another series on there. So we should technically be on like Series 15 if you think it like that. You know what I mean? But just how it goes and stuff. But I don't know if this happens. There's nothing we can do about that. But I just wanted to share my quick thoughts about, about what I think about if this rumour is true or if it's not true and stuff like that. Like, as I keep saying, this rumour is not true, but it's just something that's making me think this so it is. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you have a great day and enjoy the rest of hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you look forward to Alex's video tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye!